What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the superhero movies coming out in 2025. Superhero movies, comic book movies, same thing. We're going to rank them based on which ones I'm least excited for to the one I'm the most excited for. And surprisingly, we only have 4 superhero movies coming out in 2025. I know. I thought that was a mistake as well. I was like, wait a minute, there has to be more. It's law that every year there has to be at least 10 superhero movies that release in cinemas, and then 20 shitty TV shows. But nope, it seems there's only going to be 4 next year. So the 4 superhero movies we have coming out in 2025 are Superman, which is supposed to be the first movie in the DCU. We also have Captain America 4, Fantastic Four, and Thunderbolts. So my least anticipated movie out of all of these is Thunderbolts. It's essentially just a generic MCU movie with a bunch of characters from mid-movies or terrible Disney Plus shows. The latest trailer they released, it was just full of a bunch of quips and one-liners and unfunny jokes. It just wasn't funny at all. Didn't care for it. Don't really care about any of these characters that are actually in the show besides maybe Bucky and maybe Elena or U.S. agent. So that's about it. Even that's kind of just But yeah, Thunderbolts ranks number 4. Don't really care to see this movie that much. It looks like a very typical generic MCU movie. It's like all the worst attributes of the MCU on one movie. Bunch of characters nobody cares about, telling a bunch of unfunny quips throughout the film. That's not really exciting to me. And then number 3, I'd probably have to go with Captain America 4. Sam Wilson as Captain America isn't something that really interests me that much. To me, Captain America is Steve Rogers. Sam Wilson's always just kind of been a mid-character through the MCU. Probably the best movie he was in was Winter Soldier. Outside of that, I've never really cared that much about Sam Wilson. He's a pretty generic good guy, Captain America's sidekick. Nothing really special or unique about him in my opinion. And the movie itself looks alright. It looks like it's trying to be a more rounded and serious superhero movie, but then they got Red Hulk in it, so it's like, how grounded and serious is this really going to be? It's like if you have Captain America the Winter Soldier, but then in the third act he has to fight Thanos. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Feels completely out of touch with the rest of the film. Feels like a character that's supposed to be in a completely different movie. Any of these movies could be like a masterpiece, I guess, but this is just my excitement level based off what we know about it as of today. So yeah, number 3 I'm going to go Captain America 4. Number 2, I'm going to go Fantastic Four. I'm excited to see what the MCU does with the Fantastic Four. They've had several different attempts at adaptations into the movies, and it's always kind of just fell right on its face. Especially Fan4stick. It's a movie so bad I didn't even watch it. Now, I'm excited to see what they do with the Fantastic Four. It's got Pedro Pascal, Johnny Quinn, and Vanessa Kirby. So that's already a pretty solid cast right there. I think Kevin Feige knows that everyone's expecting this to be a kind of a screw-up based on the past Fantastic Four movies. So I think they're going to give this movie some extra care. We don't have a trailer for it or anything, not even really official images. So this one's a pretty big guess. But yeah, the second most anticipated movie for me next year as far as superhero movies are concerned is Fantastic Four. So number 1 clearly is James Gunn's Superman movie. I'm excited to see how the DCU officially starts. I know it kind of technically started already with Creature Commando. I don't know why they decided to start the DCU with some stupid cartoon about characters nobody knows or cares about. This show's making absolutely no noise. I've seen nobody talk about it. A whole cinematic universe technically just started and nobody gives a shit. That's how bad of a decision this was. So we're just going to ignore that. Off to a terrible start already. Let's just pretend Superman is the beginning of the DCU. The only thing I'm a little nervous about with Superman is it seems like they're putting a lot of characters into this movie. Like I know from set photos and what we've heard, there's going to be like a whole Justice Society that kind of shows up in this movie. A little weird for a Superman movie, but we shall see. I'm excited to see David as Superman. Hopefully it's going to be kind of a different Superman, the more Superman people think about. Somebody more hopeful and happy. There's a lot riding on this movie for the new DC universe. If this movie flops, it's going to be an awful start. Like, I think that's going to kill a lot of people's excitement right there if this movie just falls right on its face and nobody cares. There's a trailer that's supposed to release soon. So I guess when that releases, we'll have more to talk about with Superman, because right now all we have to judge is just sort of set photos and what we've heard here and there. So yes, my most anticipated superhero movie of 2025 is Superman. James Gunn, he's made 3 good Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He's made a pretty good TV show with Peacemaker. I think The Suicide Squad was a pretty great movie. So I have no reason to doubt James Gunn as far as superhero movie stuff is concerned. The dude has been killing it, so I hope Superman continues that streak. But just, hopefully it's more of The Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy 1 instead of a Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Because Guardians 2 is probably the worst superhero project he's made. So yeah, that is my list for the most anticipated superhero movies of 2025. What do you guys think? Is there something you have as your number 1? Maybe there's a superhero movie you're least anticipating. Let me know what your list is down in the comment section down below. I'm curious to see what everyone has. It's not a bright year for superhero movies. Like, we only have 4 and 2 of them are probably going to be terrible. But we shall see. We're only just judging from what we know now. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys next time.